Hey friends, nobody's perfect, and that includes cameras. Now that you know the 5 things that we love about Panasonic's new GH5, it's time to discuss the 5 things that we don't love about this little camera. Let's dive in. First, let's review our loves of the GH5. We absolutely dig the 10-bit recording in 4K and 1080p, the extra teleconversion mode and live cropping, image stabilization, professional scopes, and high frame rates. But what's not to love about this camera? Well, we got 5. First and foremost, there is no ability to zoom in on your image to help you focus during recording. For a mirrorless camera that's so oriented to us filmmakers, you would think that Panasonic would have added this to their latest camera, no? You're left with focusing before and after recording, hoping that focus peaking will guide you, or connecting to an external monitor, which is money. The peaking is useful, but when it comes down to tricky lighting situations during documentary style shoots, I've missed focus enough times to get plenty flustered. Speaking of documentary style shooting, what helps with us event and documentary filmmakers is having a camera that's good in low light, which brings us to number 2. Still iffy low light performance. The GH4 was well known to not be a low light camera. With the natural limitation of having a small sensor and high pixel density, the GH5 doesn't improve by much in this arena. But what's funny is that when you record in the 10-bit 150 megabit setting, you see more noise in the GH5, because the higher compression of the GH4 hid a lot of its noise through its artifacting. We experimented with the internal noise reduction, but you still lose a lot of detail with it, so it's actually better to turn noise reduction all the way down and remove noise in post. Third non-love? No aspect ratio guides. Okay, I know this is a small gripe, but hey, the Sony mirrorless and Canon Cinema EOS cameras all give us a guide to help frame for different aspect ratios. Why can't Panasonic? The devil is in the details, guys. Fourth non-love is charging extra for a vlog. Paying almost an extra $100 on top of the $2,000 that you already spent on the camera itself is particularly annoying, especially since all the Sony cameras come pre-packed with multiple S-Log flavors. Now, I can understand needing to purchase it separately from the GH4 since Vlog was released afterwards, but come on, we're given 10-bit 422 recording but no Vlog to take full advantage of it? That's a big bummer. And while it's the wave of the future isn't quite here with a lot of our computers and software yet. So it takes up a bunch of computer resources to play back and edit natively, and some software still doesn't quite support it. For easier editing, you'll want to encode to another format like ProRes or MJPEG. As time goes on, it will become easier to work with H.265 in post. But in the meantime, be prepared to spend more time to work around it. So with these top things that we don't love about the GH5, you may be thinking that we hate the thing, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Just know that if you're planning on picking one of these up, you'll need to work around the limitations of focusing while recording, the limited low light ability, lack of aspect ratio guides, paying extra to shoot in log, and the extra work involved with working in 10-bit footage in post. If that's no problem for you, then go out and buy this amazing camera. Already own the GH5 and have your own non-loves that you'd like to share? Or got some nerdy questions about the camera? Go ahead and ask in the comments section below.